Good day, students. This is Sir Genesis D. Andraca, and I am presenting the week 3 of Earth and Life Science. Geologic Timescale. The geologic timescale is a system that used by scientists to describe Earth's history in terms of major geological or paleontological events such as the formation of new rock layer or the appearance or demise of certain life forms. Geologic time spans are divided into units and subunits, the largest which are eons. This is the geologic timescale. It is divided into eon, era, and period. The largest is the eon, and it is the Phanerozoic eon. Okay, under era, we have Paleozoic, Mesozoic, and Cenozoic. Under period, we have Cambrian, Ordovician, Silurian, Denobian, Carboniferous, Permian, Triassic, Jurassic. I know you are familiar to Jurassic, Cretaceous, Paleogene, Neogene, and Quaternary. So kung titingnan natin, under Cambrian period is 541 million years old or 541 million years ago. So ibig sabihin, mayroon pang ibang nabuhay dito sa ilalim ng Cambrian period. And it will be presented on the next slide. On this slide, makikita natin another additional period sa geologic timescale. This is the Precambrian period. It is a period wherein ang nagro-rule sa Earth are microorganisms or mga bacteria. Okay? So, from Precambrian period, kung saan nagahari yung mga bacteria, organisms evolve from trilobites up to the dinosaurs until the age of man. And all these were examined through the rocks and fossils found in our Earth. The law of superposition. Geologists assume that new rock layers are on the top of older ones, unless some type of disturbances occurs. This is called the superposition. So, ang ibig sabihin ng superposition, in order to determine the age of fossils or rocks, kapag ang rock ay nasa ilalim ng lupa, so sa pinakamailalim ng lupa, ibig sabihin, that rock or fossil is older compare sa taas niya. So, yung lower fossils or deeper fossils are oldest fossil. And then, yung makikita sa taas are newer fossils. Yan ang ibig sabihin ng law of superposition. How do geologists and paleontologists invented the geologic timescale? This is by examining the rocks or the age of rocks and the age of fossils. One technique to determine the age of the Earth is through relative age. Okay? So, tingnan natin ang example dito. Determining the relative age. So, we have here a picture. And then, may mga questions dito. So, number 1, which is older, sandstone or limestone? Tingnan natin. So, ito yung sandstone. And we have the limestone. Which is older? Of course, the older is the sandstone. Because in the law of superposition tells us older rocks are found below. Next, which is older, mudstone or siltstone? This is mudstone and siltstone. Do you answer? Of course, syempre, siltstone. Next, number 3. Which is youngest rock in the strata? Alin daw yung pinakabata? So, titingnan natin, pinakamabata, yung upper part, the mudstone. Next, which is the oldest rock in the strata? So, oldest, we have the conglomerate. Kasi, law of superposition na, conglomerates are found below, and law of superposition tells us older rocks found below. Relative age. The importance of relative age. The strata of sedimentary rocks is important in determining their relative age. Relative age determines the relative order of the past events but not the absolute age. Like a saying, you are younger than your grandfather. Sa relative age, okay, so tinitingnan lang dito which rocks found below the earth and which rocks found above the earth. So older rocks found below, younger rocks found above. Older fossils found below, younger fossils found above. So hindi dinedetermine dito the absolute age. Absolute age will be discussed on the next slide. In absolute age, it is more accurate or the most accurate form of dating. So gumagamit sila ng mga radioactive elements like carbon-14, uranium-238, potassium-40, sodium-24, and iodine-131. So these elements contain half-life. Ang ibig sabihin ng half-life, mauubos ang kalahati ng mga elements na to based on these years. Halimbawa, a carbon number 14, matutunaw ang kalahati niya sa 5,730 years. Samantalang ang iodine 131 in just 8 days. Ibig sabihin, kapag present pa ang carbon number 14 sa mga fossils, ibig sabihin, ang fossils na yun is around 5,000 years old. Kapag naman ang fossils, wala na yung carbon number 14, okay, wala na, ang makikita na lang is the uranium-238, ibig sabihin that organism is 4.5 billion years ago. Now, kung ang fossil naman ay nakita nila ay iodine, ibig sabihin, hindi yun fossil. Ibig sabihin, yung organism na yun ay kamamatay pa lang ng 8 days. Okay? That is absolute dating. And for the summary, the age of the Earth was determined by the age of rocks and meteorites fell on Earth. The law of superposition tells us old rocks found below the new rocks. Relative dating examines the age of rocks and fossils through the law of superposition. Absolute dating uses radioactive isotopes to determine the fossils and rocks. It is the most accurate. Earth is approximately 4.6 billion years old. Earth's natural events are featured in the geologic timescale. Thank you for listening. Sana makatulong sa pag-answer sa inyong mga activities.